What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Titan Town. Today we're going to be talking about some position battles for the Titans to watch during training camp and the preseason. Before we get started, remember you can go like my Facebook page. I'll have it linked in the comment section below. You can follow my Twitter handle. It's linked in the comment section below. You'll get more quick tidbits from me that way. And also you can follow my blog, which will be linked in the comment section below. I also have more time to write than I do to actually sit down and do these videos. I'm sure you've heard me say it before. So let's talk about this. We'll start with special teams because that's a really big emphasis the Titans focused on during the offseason. And so far, reports from mini camp and training camp and all that is Adoree Jackson is going to get the first shot to be our punt returner. He's going to be the man that you're going to have to beat out to get it. And this should be exciting for you guys because Adoree can take it to the house any given play. He should really help us in the field position battle, especially if his game carries over from college to the NFL. So I'm really excited about that. In the kickoff return game, we got a three-way battle here. It's between 7th-round pick running back Khalfani Muhammad, free agent signee from the Atlanta Falcons, Eric Weems, and last year's 7th-round pick cornerback Kalen Reed. All three of those guys have been given a shot to see what they can do. So we'll have to keep an eye on that battle during the preseason as well. Now let's move to the actual positions on defense. The secondary is really where it all starts at. Logan Ryan, I believe, will be our cornerback one. And this is one where fans are kind of split on back and forth and back and forth. I think LaShawn Sims is going to be our cornerback two. LaShawn Sims hasn't played in the slot. He doesn't have experience playing in the slot. He did a good job for us outside last year. He's got the size and the intelligence to make up for what he lacks in athleticism. So he did a good, solid job for us last year. Without him, we would have lost that Kansas City game. There ain't no doubt about it. Adoree Jackson will play in the nickel row. I think he'll be the nickel corner covering the slot receivers. I believe that's the best spot for him because of his size and athleticism. He can really change directions and turn on a dime really well. So that's a good spot for him right there in the slot, dealing with them fast, shifty receivers. On the back end of the roster, we have Bryce McCain, DeAndre Hurst, Cody Riggs, and Curtis Riley. And that's going to be an interesting battle as well. I'm kind of hoping that DeMontre Hurst is the odd man out. Just because I really like Cody Riggs. I really like the way he plays. He actually got to play for us a little bit and actually made a few plays here and there. I think he might have had an interception in the San Diego game. If it wasn't this past year, it was the year before. But I really like what Cody Riggs does. He's not a flashy player. He's not going to wow you. He's not going to make like some impossible play that's going to repeat on SportsCenter over and over again. But he does go out there. He's a solid player, and he does get the job done. Curtis Riley, I really like him because he was on the fast track to be a starter on this Titans roster, but then he dislocated his ankle or something a year ago or 2 years ago, and then he come back last season. Had to kind of work his way back in, but he was active last year for the majority of our games. He was on the 53-man roster. He has the versatility to play corner or safety, so I really like that. At the wide receiver position, I believe our starters will be Corey Davis because you don't draft a receiver at number 5 overall and then have him ride the bench. Rishard Matthews because, he had such a solid season for us last year. He led the team in receiving yards. He tied with Delanie Walker for most receptions, and he had 9 touchdowns. So, you don't have a player do an admirable job for you and then bench him the very next season. I believe Eric Decker will get the start because he's a solid veteran, good size, good red zone threat. He can really read a defense and find the open position in the zones. That's something he said he picked up from Peyton Manning. And then on the back end, we got another interesting battle. I believe Taywan Taylor and Tajae Sharpe will make the roster, that's for sure. But then we have a three-way competition between Harry Douglas, Eric Weems, and Trey McBride for that last receiver position. So that's going to be interesting to see. Trey McBride is probably going to be the odd man out. And then it's going to be between Harry Douglas and Eric Weems. And it's really going to come down to how good will Eric Weems be for us on special teams. Will he be a big enough asset on special teams to outweigh the experience and the playbook knowledge of Harry Douglas, who's been around for a little while? So that's going to be interesting to watch during the preseason as well. Another position I'm interested in seeing is the linebackers position. Of course, we have Avery Williamson and and Wesley Woodyard as our starters. And on the outside, we have Derek Morgan and Brian Ratfield as our starters. Behind that, we have Kevin Dodd because we're not going to cut a second-round pick. We haven't seen what he's about yet. Hopefully, he'll get a chance to show us, and he'll be better than we expected or as good as what we expect. Whenever his time does come around, he does get out there. Then we have Jayon Brown, who was drafted in the 5th round to be our coverage linebacker of the future. You know, Wesley Woodyard is getting a little older. We also have Aaron Wallace. He was very, very good for us last year. Well, not very, very good, but he was very, very solid for us last year. Drafted in the 7th round, so you really couldn't ask for any more than that. He could develop into a very, very nice asset for us, especially getting him in the 7th round. That is a very good bargain. He's versatile enough to play inside or outside, so I really like that. We have Darren Bates, who was signed mostly for a special teams player, but for reports from camp he's been fast and he's been good in coverage, so that's really good. I hope he can contribute more than just special teams if he does make the 53-man roster. Then we have Josh Caraway, who I really, really like. You've heard me say that before, I'm sure. A lot of upside, a lot of talent with him. He just needs to he's got a little bit of a raw skill set. He needs to add a little bit of strength, maybe a little bit of weight for the NFL. But anyways, guys, these are the 3 position groups that I'm looking at that I'm going to be excited to see during the preseason. Be sure to like, share, subscribe to this channel. If you got anything Titan related you want me to talk about, drop it in the comment section below. I will get you featured and shouted out in a video. Hope you all have a great day. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and tighten up.